That's a great mentality
telling them,
to have.
look, hey, what are you guys doing with women's football? You're practically not even encouraging the girls. I mean, that scoreline, if it's a country that really were interested in investing in women's football, like, okay, so there's no need. Because, I mean, there's some countries who even pulled out, Tunisia and the likes, pulled out of, you know, the qualifiers and all that, the preliminary rounds qualifiers. So you look at some countries, 11 goes to nothing. That's what the Flamingos used to do. I mean, this is the first time we played a game in qualifiers that we didn't score.
Yeah, I mean, Cecilia, we know the problems, right? And you know the problems as well, too. When did this team get together again? For how long have they had to train? Yeah, very little time. Yeah. There's so much talent can do for you. It's very important part of success, but then a lot still goes into it. And you talked about Cameroon laying down a marker. That's exactly what they've done there, sending out a message to Nigeria that we're ready for you, and we're not scared, and we are, I mean, psychologically, they're on a high, and for Nigeria, based on the performance over 2 legs against Ethiopia, you'd say they're not really on a high. So Cameroon going to that game full of confidence, Nigeria going to that game full of doubt. And that's where the coach, Q, comes into play, as well as all the others are involved in technical crew, the NFF. That's where, you know, they come into play to ensure that these girls are ready for that crucial match.
I think sometimes, if you check, I actually love how this game went, because if you had gone ahead to beat Ethiopian by maybe 7 goals to nothing, as we usually do, maybe it would have been like, okay, yes, we can always do it.
So now
but that Nigerian spirit that they keep talking about, just, I mean, it's not every time you're lucky to have that Nigerian spirit and you get it and you play well. Maybe we start listening to well, those who are involved in the game, starting with
the coach.
The coach, surely.
Well, the match has been played and ended, and it was a goalless, as you can see. We played 1-1 in Ethiopia, and we played goalless here. We need to work harder, because it's not what I expected. I'm highly disappointed, because I never expected Ethiopia to come and pull a draw here. Yeah, of course, we definitely will keep preparing for the next match. We keep preparing for the next match. I think we don't have problem with that. By the time we are able to get our first match at home with good margin of goals, we'll be okay.
Well, the coach, I mean, he's got some belief. He's not happy with the performance. Well, I mean, he says, look, very clear. Yeah. It's clear. But he feels that, okay, when he put their hearts together, you know, get to train a longer time, he believes they can, of course, get something over the Cameroonians.
Yeah, that's what I said about the NFF really coming to the party now. They have to come through for these girls in terms of preparations.
The training program and all that. Cameroon. Just let them go for Christmas break, and after the break, when they come back, just it's going to be February 2nd, the weekend of February 2nd. That's when you're going to have the first leg right here. So maybe after January 1st, you can just let them stay in camp. You know, welfare, everything should just be top notch. You know, let them understand, because cohesion wasn't really in the game. If you check what we saw, I mean, the passing to the opponents and all that, get to the 18 yards box, not knowing what to do with the ball anymore, that's really not too cool. I think that's just some of the things that the coaching crew need to work on. Okay, we'll also listen to the chairperson of head of Women's Football Committee in Nigerian Football Federation, talking about Ayo Omidiran, also sharing her views on this game.
Well, the team is work in progress, and as the Deputy Governor has said, we will try to beef up the team and make sure that they are stronger than they are right now. By the time they play together for another 1 month before we meet Cameroon, we will see a more vibrant team.
Okay, and of course, the Deputy Governor is not left out from that optimism and all that. They feel once you put all these girls together, we can get something better. But I think he seems to have enjoyed the four corner, the way they played, and they expected Flamingoes to be like that. But hey, it's just underage tournaments.
We are happy that we have qualified for the next round. But I think we have a lot of work to do on the team. The team, we need to do some work. Because when you watch this team and watch Facolet, there's a big difference. So I think the technical team need to do more work. We are lucky to have qualified, because if you watch the game, this is our home ground, and not only that it's home ground, the Ethiopians were more confident and they were more technically sound. I think we have a good team, but what we need to do the technical team need to calm them and teach them cohesion. That was what was lacking in the match. But I'm still optimistic that we'll qualify for the FIFA World Cup, but we need to do some more because Cameroon is they are stronger than Ethiopia.
Well, if the Cameroonians are stronger than the Ethiopians, he understands what he's talking about, 11 goals. So, okay, Magic Phoenix also talked about the girls and what he feels they can do, and also the fact that Edo State will just become the home of women's game, talking about the qualifiers.
Well, the only thing I can say is to go back to the drawing board, which is provisional, and see how we can reappraise what we did here today and move on, you know. It's football. You might have your good day, you might have your bad day, you might have your ugly day. So we'll just look at what we want to do and see that, because they're going to meet a very tough team. The next round, they are playing against Cameroon. We've been beating Cameroon, so they might want to come here with all kinds of zeal, all kinds of determination and resilience. But we are Nigerians, so we just look at it. But I want to seize the opportunity of the Nigerian Football Federation to thank the Edo State governor, the deputy governor, and the good people of Edo State for hosting all the female national team, you know. And I also want to assure them that we will not end here. The chairman of the female football is here. So some of the Super Falcons qualifiers will also be played in Edo State. And these are home. So we are really thankful to you people and everybody.
It's the new home of women's football. When you have support like that, it's just automatic.
It's only right. I mean, the Falcons, now the Flamingos. It's only right. Edo State continues to host matches of the women's national teams in Nigeria. We need to go on the break now. When we come back, we'll be talking about the visit of King Henry to Nigeria.